Hi, I'm Karl Kapp, and today we're going to create a super simple AI agent using n8n. Let's get started. First, let's start with the end product. So here's where we can enter in information into a chat. It's going to go into an agent, and it's going to actually send an email. So let's see how this works. So I'm going to ask it to send an email, and it's going to say, I can send one. What's the address? I'm going to put in the address, karlkapp@gmail.com. And then it's going to want to know the subject. And so I'm going to say the subject is going to be instructional design for subject and body. And notice you can see it's running through the workflow. It did the green for the chat, it's thinking through the agent, went to Gemini, went to simple memory, told me it's executed. Let me go check the email. And there we have it. There's the completed email from your AI guy. So let's see how we actually create that. Let's start with the tech stack that you're going to need to do this. So first, we're going to need the n8n platform. That gives us our workflow. Then we're going to need Google Gemini. That's our LLM. That's our brains of the operation. And finally, we're just going to need Gmail because we're going to send it to Gmail. So this is the tech stack that we're going to need to get started. Okay, so here we are at the n8n website. So you're going to sign in. You can actually get started for free. So if you want to try this out on your own without investing any money, you can do that. The pricing is about $20, $24 a month, depending how you sign up. So once you're in here, I'm already signed up. Here is the home screen. As you can see, I can create a workflow here. And you can see that I've created a number of workflows. Now, before you get started, you will need some credentials. So here you can see I've done a number of credentials. One of them is Gemini. So basically, I went to the Gemini Studio and I got my APA, my Application Programming Interface, APA, and I'm going to use that. And I also am authorized Gmail. So I have that in there. So I'm going to go to workflows, and I already have one of the workflows set up, and that workflow is workflow number 5, where we're going to get started. Now that we're in the workflow, we would click on first step. That's what we want to trigger to start the event. One of the more frequent ways that you'll do it is on a schedule. So you'll click on a schedule, and it gives you the information. This is the typical screen. You have information here, and it shows you the output. So we might do this maybe, every week and 1 week between the trigger. And maybe I don't want it on Sunday. Maybe I want it on Monday. And then I can trigger it at 8 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever time I want. And then I can go ahead and do that. And it will even test the trigger to make sure it's working. For our example here, we're actually not going to use a trigger. We're going to use a chat. So let's go ahead and delete that. We'll click here and we'll say chat. And it's going to give us our chat. We click on our chat and we're going to say on new chat event. So now we have that. Now when we click test here, it takes us to the chat and we can type hello. And now we can see that it executed successfully. So we've done our first successful node. So we know what starts this workflow, the chat, but let's now go to the AI agent. So we'll click on the plus. And it says AI right here. So we're going to click on AI and we're going to use the AI agent. And so now it opens up the AI agent. Now let me close this for a second. So one of the things I think is interesting is this not only is setting up a workflow, but kind of discusses the concept. So here we're going to have the chat model. That's going to be, in this case, Google Gemini. We have memory, so it can remember the previous chat. And we have a tool, so it's going to do something. So if we click on chat model, we have all of the different models. So you have DeepSeek, you've got Anthropic. We're going to use Gemini. So I'll just type in Gemini and the Google Gemini chat model. So that is now added. Now, if you didn't have it set up here, you would just click on it. They would ask you for the credential and you would put in the credential. So that's how you set that up. So now we have the brains of the operation, right? So now we want memory. Now, it comes with simple memory, which is good enough for what we're doing, but you can go deeper memory as well. The reason why we want memory is because it's going to allow the chat to remember what came previously. So it continues it. So instead of a one-time event, it continues. So we're going to click on simple memory. And now we have our simple memory and we can tell it how long do we want you to remember what happened. So I think 5 is good for now. Let's just set that up. And then we have that. And then finally, we have the tool. And the tool that we're going to use is going to be Gmail. So I'm going to go ahead and type Gmail. Now, there's lots of different types of Gmail. So we're going to click here, Gmail tool, and it gives us all of the Gmail information, which we're going to come back and fill out later. But now we've got the trigger, which is the chat, and we have the agent. Now, the agent is empty, and the Gmail is giving us a little problem because we don't have all the parameters. So let's go into the AI agent. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually add an option of a system message or prompt. Basically, this is your prompt. This is where you're giving the AI agent agency. So I'm going to paste one in that I already have. Basically, it says, hey, if a user provides you with the topic, and then you're going to generate a full, well-written email. You're not going to send shorthand instruction. You're going to, give a good email, and you're going to use the personality and persona of Dr. Kapp, and you're going to sign it AI guy. So that's what we have here for our agent. So we filled that in. And then for the Gmail or the email, where are we going to send this email? So in this particular case, we're just going to send it to me. So we're going to use AI and let AI figure out the parameter. So AI is going to figure out the subject, AI is going to figure out the mail, and we're not going to get fancy with HTML. We're just going to be a regular old text message mail. So there we have it. There is our model. We've got the chat, we've got the agent, we've got the brains, the LLM model, we've got the memory, and we've got what's going to happen. So let's give this a whirl. So we'll come in here and type hello. And notice the chat down here. Hello, how can you help me? I'd like to send an email. I'd like to send an email to Dr. Kapp about gamification at karlkapp@gmail.com. And let's see what happens. Notice it, I have a problem with the agent. So I can go ahead and troubleshoot. Service is unavailable. Sometimes that happens. We're going to go into settings here, and we're going to say retry on fail. So if it fails, it's going to try again. It's going to try 3 times. So let's see if that works. I've run into this problem quite a bit, but that's okay because it gives you a chance to do it again. So there's one more thing I want to make sure we check. So let's click on agent again. And this time we'll go to settings, and we did retry and fail, but also let's, instead of stop workflow, make sure it doesn't say stop workflow. Make sure it says continue. So we'll continue even if we have an error, so that will allow us to continue. So let's go. Let's say, let's send email to karlkapp@gmail.com on game-based learning in 2026. Okay, and let's see what happens. Looks like it's going to the Gemini model. It did have some trouble there, but it's continuing to see if it can find out the information that we need. So you can see as it's going, and look at that, even though it had some problems, it looked like it executed successfully, but let's take a look. Oh, there it is. So it says, Dear Dr. Kapp. So that was from the chat. Hope it finds you well. As your AI guy, remember we asked it to say AI guy, and it gives me the information about games. So the elements that we put in our prompt are very important. If we go back to the AI agent, we can see here this information when the user provides a topic. I want you to generate a full email. I want you to be the AI guy. I want you to have the personality of Dr. Kapp. All of that came through in the email that was sent. So if you follow those simple instructions, you'll have set up your first AI agent. So let's look at that flow one more time as a recap and see it work flawlessly. Okay, so here's the flow. We've got the chat, which is a trigger. It goes to the AI agent. It uses the LLM, in this case, Google Gemini. It keeps memory so it can remember the previous conversation and sends an email. So let's go ahead and look at this. Hello, send Dr. Karl Kapp or karlkapp@gmail.com a message about learning objectives. And it's going to go through. You can see it executing. If it's red, it's in the process of executing. Green means it was successful. And there we have a successful workflow. And let's check out our email. And here it is. You can see it addressed Dr. Kapp. So it knew that from the chat. It had that memory. It's talking about being our AI guy, and it's going through and giving us our objective. So it found that information and brought it back. And that's the value of an agent. So I could set this up actually weekly to go out and send me messages about important topics in the field of instructional design. Give it a try yourself and let me know how it worked for you.